something that I spent a lot of time thinking about, meditating on, and just really applying or changing my mindset in order to go into it. So back in 2014, I lost my job. My company had a wide layoff. They went under, and I had my savings. I saved up. I had a package that they give you, and I really had intentions on doing an entrepreneur business. But really, I knew, okay, I got 6 to 8 months to just live off my savings if I have to. So during that time, for the next entire year of 2015, I didn't work. I traveled, my lifestyle didn't change. I like to go out, I like to eat good, So I still, maintain that. But towards the end of the year, the bills ain't stopping. It was time to find something else. So I went back to my industry that I was previously in banking, and the jobs were just kind of dry. So had several interviews. I'm talking about, I know I got the job. Stupid suit game, good shoes on, and still didn't get the job. So time was just like going by, and I would say, all right, it's the end of the year. God, whatever you bless me with, if it's McDonald's, Publix, stock and groceries, whatever it is, I'm going to give 110% effort in it, like no other. And a friend of mine, she introduced me to the staffing company. The topic is delayed gratification. All right, so I want everybody to get in the mindset of delayed gratification. And I got a bunch of notes jotted down I've been working on. I'm a little scattered brain, and I like to go on tangents off topic. So if I do, y'all just bear with me. But I wrote down the definition of delayed gratification. It says, the ability to resist the temptation for an immediate reward and wait for a later reward. The second part to that is, it's generally associated with resisting a smaller but more immediate reward in order to receive a larger reward. There's a famous experiment that was done in the late 1960s, early 1970s, called the marshmallow experiment. If anybody's into psychology, you may have heard of this. They basically set toddlers, kids in a room. The instructor comes in and sits a single marshmallow in front of the kid. And they instruct the kid, they say, hey, if I'm going to leave this room, I think it's like for 15 minutes. I'm going to leave this room, leave you with this single marshmallow. If you don't eat it, then when I come back, you get a second marshmallow. But if you eat it, then you don't get anything when I come back. So you just see the anxiety on these kids' faces. They're squirming, they're touching the marshmallow, they're poking at it, picking it up, smelling it, like taking off little niblets of it. And I think it was like 8 out of 10 of the kids ended up eating the marshmallow before the instructor came back. So they followed these kids on throughout school and college, and they found out that these kids displayed a higher self-control. They were more disciplined. They had higher SAT scores. They were less likely to do drugs, and the whole nine. So let me go back. I told you I lost my job. So at the end of the year, I'm still living good, but at the end of the year, things are drying up, and I got to find a job. Now I'm getting desperate. I said, God, you bless me with whatever the next job is, the career is, I'm going to work it like none other. So I got into the healthcare staffing recruiting. My job is all about delayed gratification. The better that you are at honing delayed gratification, the better your business becomes, because you're not thinking about the immediate results. If you notice, we live in a microwave society. Everything's fast paced. Everything's now. I want to look a certain way. I'm going to go to the hairstylist, lay me down. I want these and the implants right now. I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm just going to do this quick 10-day fast, and I'm going to be in snapback. Those things are all gimmicks. in order to achieve and do the things that you set out to do, you have to put forth a relentless effort over a time span without it being tied to just that immediate goal. You got to know that, okay, whatever I'm doing, the effort that I'm putting in, it may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, but I'm going to keep working like I know it's mine. So I have like what I call the 3-step process to reprogramming your mind for delayed gratification. The first one is setting goals and tying them to an intention. Now, I listen, me and Jazz, we talk all the time. I listened over to some of y'all conversation earlier, and you're going to hear a lot of the same words, the same concepts, which is good. These are things that you should live by and beat them into your psychology forever, because that's what it takes to separate yourself from just being average, right? So in dealing with your business, you have to tie it to an intention. At the end of that year, I said, all right, God, you blessed me with that next opportunity. I'm going to work my butt off because I want to change my family's lives. When I sat down for that interview, I said, you might find someone that's smarter than me, but there's not going to be a person that's going to work harder than me. And that's the mentality that I took into that business. So I was the first one there. I was there with my directors, and I patterned myself around the leaders in my company. And I said, okay, this dude doesn't leave until he's like the last one to leave. I got to leave after him. And I went into that every day with my head down, just grinding and grinding and grinding, because I knew eventually it's going to pay off. So that leads me into the second part, which is giving a fearless effort. It's not enough to just go into anything in life just lackadaisy and just wishful and hoping something is going to work. No, you have to put in the work in order to achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. Like a flower doesn't grow overnight. And I see that as all women. So you all know more than anybody else, when you're pregnated with that seed, that is growing and you're maturing that seed over that 9-10 months. And after all that time, you then give birth to a beautiful child, right? That's not overnight. It's nothing microwave about that. So during that time, and let's not even talk about during the whole pregnancy, you got to be a warrior, a soldier. I mean, I've seen the horror stories. I heard the horror stories. So I know how much it can take out of you during that time. And I use that as an example because you don't have no choice. You don't have no choice but to go through the growing pains, going through the mood swings, and at the end of the day, at the end of that time, giving birth to your child. So I like to correlate that to, I think that would be a good example for you all to correlate to the business, because, I mean, what's harder than that? If you can do that, you can do anything. The third thing that I used to a part of reprogramming my mind for delayed gratification was my faith and my belief. There's something about, I won't say I tricked myself, but I literally, like, every day I told myself, all right, you're going to go in there, you're going to bust your butt, you can do whatever it is that you're setting out to do. As people surrounding me that's where I'm trying to be, that started maybe a year before me and they reached a certain amount of success, and I found myself, okay, comparing myself to that person. Oh, they got here in this amount of time. I need to be there that amount of time. And I soon realized, okay, I can't do that. That's playing a wrong game. That's you playing backwards. You all are all in your own business, right? And I'm speaking to you as if you're in my business, because the tools and the things that you all use daily are very similar to what I do. So I can kind of relate to the feeling and the mental aspect of what it is that you guys are going through. I'm sure that, how many people are new to the business? Are within your first year? 1, 2 hands, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when somebody first approached you to this, right? And they were saying, hey, look, you just got to do this, you got to do that. I'm giving you the formula. There's something about you that I see in you. I think you can do this business. What was your first thought? Was your first thought like, oh, I don't know, I can't do that? Or was it, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds like something I can do? Was something I can do? Oh, okay, that sounds right. I can do that. So you have people around you that have set and proven, shown you that it's possible. So it's not even a matter of if it's a pyramid scheme or if it does it really work, or I'm showing you. You see my achievements. I'm showing you what I've achieved, my points, or whatever, the schematics are. So at that moment, the doubt of if you can do it should be out of your mind, right? But it's not, our human nature is sometimes it's not built like that. So that's why I say you have to reprogram yourself, your thinking, because you have to almost trick yourself into being the person that you're surrounded around that are being successful and being the person that you envision in your head. Like every day I came to work at 7 o'clock, I came in work like, yeah, I'm getting what he's getting or what she's getting. Like I had the persona of the person that already got it. I freestyled my first week. You would think I was working for the company for 7 years because my energy, my presence was just so, just overwhelmingly just optimistic and positive. Every day is not going to be a good day. Every day wasn't successful. I got hung up on plenty of times. I got people that said that they were going to start and work with me and ended up quitting that same week. And then I'm still have the pressure of, okay, I started with 12 other people. What are they doing? Or what's their head count? Where are they at? And then again, I go back into that mentality of seeing what everybody else is doing. And that is probably the biggest thing that you need to avoid. I want to go back over, because I kind of rushed through these. I want to go back over these one more time. So the 3 steps to reprogramming your mind is 1, setting goals, right? So this isn't for your neighbor. This isn't for your leader. This is for yourself, right? You can't compare yourself to anybody else. You have to make it up in your head, make it up in your mind that, okay, whatever I have set up for myself, it's already done. It's just a matter of putting in the work to do it. I know it's going to happen. And then if it doesn't, don't beat yourself up. I'm hard on myself. I don't like others to point out the faults in my efforts. So I overcompensate in my efforts so that nobody can't say that, oh, well, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. People have a different level of grind. So it may not be something that is your natural, what you're naturally good at, just having that grind, but it's something that you can develop over a time frame and just get better and better and better. And the biggest thing in not doing and into developing that is don't set yourself up by comparing yourself up to someone that's been in the business 3-4 years. You're not where they are. But what you can do, where you can match them is your efforts, right? The second thing is be fearless in your effort and be self-accountable. So it still goes back to setting your goals and tying them to attentions. But when I say be self-accountable, you can't wait to get on a call for somebody to tell you what to do when you already know what it is that you have to do. If at the end of the day, when you wake up, before you go to sleep, if you left something on the table, you didn't do your job, and you can't blame nobody but yourself. Every day when you finish, whatever your goal was for that day, if you didn't meet your goal, at least you gave forth 110% effort in trying to obtain that goal. If you can sit back and close your eyes at the end of the day and say, all right, at least I gave that 110% effort, even though today was a crappy day, nothing was going my way, the kids acting up, boyfriend tripping, and your show just went off, ain't no more episodes of Power. You got to be yourself, your own self motivator. And you have to trick yourself in the mentality of, I'm great. I'm busting my butt. I am that ruby. I am that diamond. I am that double diamond. I'm just waiting for y'all to see. But at first you have to make yourself believe and hold yourself accountable. Again, I'll go in, and this is probably my biggest, what I think was my strongest point was next to my work ethic. I pride myself on being a hard worker. I heard somebody earlier say that I'm a very, she's competitive. I'm competitive in my mind. So I don't necessarily voice it, but I'm always challenging myself to be a better version of myself. I don't want what nobody else has because that's not for me. I want what is for me, right? So I set my goals for myself and what I think I can obtain and what I know I can obtain. And then I'm going after it every day to beat myself. It's not about this person, or this person, because they're not coming home with me. They're not paying these light bills. They're not trying to set this trip that I'm trying to take next month. That's all on me. But the belief, the faith, I had to come in every day and know that whatever it is that I'm doing, it's going to pay off. I'm trusting the process. They said, here, come in every day, make 70 calls, do 10 job posts, every single day. I did it. And some. So when the other person was on the weekend chilling, I'm in the office. When the other person was, oh, it's Friday, I can't wait to get off at 5. I'm about to be out. Hey, G, where you at? Oh, I still got some stuff to do. I'll catch up with y'all. Or, hey, dog, you want to come out tonight? Hey, it's going to be lit. We about to go get some drinks. Nah, I'm going to have to miss you on this one. Because if I go out, I know I might have a couple of drinks, and then I can't be up at 5:30 tomorrow. I know me. I have to be accountable for me. We have to change our thought process. If we keep doing the same things every day, you're going to get the same results. And then you can't half-ass it. You have to go 110%. I'm looking, and I don't want to, again, I feel myself going onto a tangent, but I see the posts. There's so much great energy around you all that you all can use each other to catapult you all to where you all want to be. Hey, you can be competitive, but at the same time, you have to hold your sister up. You have to hold each other up and keep each other accountable and do it together. The more you all can be in line with each other, the easier it is for you all to meet your goals. And the more you are self-accountable, the more stronger you are going to be individual. You can't lean on Jasmine and, oh, well, Jasmine going to do the post, so I'm good. Well, Princess said that she was going to do this, so I don't have to do it. No. Well, Virginia, she over there, she thinks she double diamond, so I'm just not even going to like her post. Petty. Distracted. Who are you doing it for? Is Jasmine doing it for Virginia? Is Virginia doing it for Princess? Is Princess? No, you're doing it for yourself and your family members. But the people that you're in this business with, are your family at the same time. So again, I hope I didn't go on too much of a tangent, but again, I'm gonna go over one more time. The takeaways are: set goals and tie them to intentions. It's not enough just to set a goal. Why are you setting this goal? What do you want to accomplish from this goal? What's the energy? What's the feeling behind why what's pushing you every day? I don't feel like I feel like going to sleep, or I can go to sleep early, or I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I ain't gonna do it today. Why are you working so hard for your business? What is that? What does that feel like? So when something doesn't go your way, you go back to that feeling like, okay, I remember why I did this. I know who I am. I know what I can do. And you do it.
I do it.
Did I go over? What did I go over? I'm sorry, my brother just chatting. What's up, bro? What's up, man? Yeah, you already know. Y'all broke me. I was in my professional voice, but I had to, whatever. But that's all I really wanted to share. Make sure you all keep each other lifted. Don't get distracted by what's going around you. Stick to the process. If you see people that have had success in this business and you see different traits in them that are similar to yourself or things that you want to work on to get better on, mirror yourself after those people. If you got homegirl on the side that's texting you on the side, why did she just say that? Or you seen what they posted today? Ignore that. Get away from that. Because it's a lot of that on there. It's a lot of leechers. It's a lot of like fake positivity around you, right? Somebody could put up a post all day, but their intentions behind it might be ill will. So you have to protect your own energy and make sure that you're not keeping up with the petty. Man, it's too much going on for me to be worried about what somebody else got going on. Jazz hit on an important topic. When you cut out some of the I don't want to say BS, but I know y'all love y'all shows. My fiance, she love her some Girls Club or whatever the New York or bad. That's old.
No,
whatever the shows are, I don't know what they mean. New York. But whatever your vice is, whether it might be social media when it doesn't pertain to your business, or it's hanging out with that. Sorry, I don't want to go off on my tangents. I'm gonna keep it at it works. But you might be in a relationship that's not worth nothing, and it's not worth your time and your energy. Pay attention to that. Always be aware and conscious of how your moods are, your feelings are, because however you feel on the inside, you're going to project that on the outside. So it's important to every day work on those differences. The biggest difference from me and the other person is that work ethic and that belief and setting them goals, and not just setting the goals, but being self-accountable to reaching those goals. If you didn't do what you set out to do for that day, you can only be mad at who? You set that goal. You decided to join this business. Nobody forced you to. So if you're going to be in it, if you're going to be on a call with some random dude till 9, 10 o'clock, and that's taking your time, you might as well give forth the 110% effort for your time. And anybody that's not on that same wavelength, I'm telling, cut them now. Because what Khaled say, they don't want to see you win. It's true. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it's so many energy drainers around us that we shouldn't just keep up with them for the sake of, oh, well, I've known them forever, or, that's my whatever. Like, be real with yourself and do what you know you can do, and listen out to your leaders, reach out to your leaders, but hold yourself accountable, hold your sisters accountable, and keep giving forth that effort. I see it every day. I see the posts. I know it works. So as long as you believe it, then everybody else around you will believe it. And if they don't, more reason to show them. But that's all I have for you. If anybody have any questions.
Can you talk about that very briefly? You said people, even if people around you do not believe in what you're doing, you keep going.
Oh yeah. So I caught myself, all right, in my company, we have different levels. So for example, you got the rubies, diamonds. Our tiers are silver, gold, and platinum. I was going for my next level in my business, which was for silver. And one of my teammates who started at the same time as me got there before me. I was the first person in my class to get a deal. I was the first person in my class to get to what was a head count, called a 2 head count. Is how we measure it. And out of nowhere, this person passed me. And the moment I found out that she passed me, I became a hater. I was like, dang, what is she doing that I'm not doing? And I had to get real with myself. I called my mom and everything. I was like, Mama, man, it's this girl. She wasn't even supposed to still be working here. Like, she was horrible the first month. And then out of nowhere, she passed me. And then she said, well, baby, you know you can't be a hater. That's the first thing she said. And I was like, you right, I'm hating. How can I hate when she's given all the tools that I'm giving? Why am I even comparing myself to her? Anything that I'm doing has nothing to do with what she's doing. Anything that she's doing, unless she's directly reaching out to my clientele, it ain't affecting me. So while I'm sitting there in my feelings and pouting about somebody doing better than me, I already shifted my energy. How can I go out there tomorrow feeling like I'm gonna take over the world and I'm hating on somebody? And then I start scheming and like, all right, what's the little tricks I can do to get ahead? And then you know where that's gonna lead. It's just gonna fall apart. So when my mom told me, she was like, baby, you can't hate. I was like, you're right. The month later, I ended up achieving what I had set out to achieve. And then by the end of the year, we both got to the next level at the same time. So I congratulated her, and it wasn't nothing personal to her. It was just the idea that somebody was doing better than me. And then I took that frustration internally, and it affected my work outside. Like, I came home pouting and that's not my personality. I'm a uplifted, upbeat, every day I'm go getting. And I'll touch on one more point too. Another thing that I think made me successful in my business is I don't want to say I tricked myself into being positive and I got it every day, but you couldn't tell me I wasn't about to do what I set out to do. Like, I came in every day with the intentions of I'm about to go in. And once I get this person on the phone, it's just a matter of time. And if it didn't go my way, it's like it never happened. Okay, boom, on to the next. We get caught up on moments. And those moments can trigger feelings. And then those feelings can trigger actions. And if those actions aren't rooted in a positive space, you're working against yourself every single time. So even as women, I know, and I won't put y'all in the box, but you all are emotional creatures and can be to your detriment. So the more that you're able to be aware of your feelings and your emotions and tie that fear or doubt and reprogram yourself into a winner's and an optimistic mindset, it's only going to fuel you and push you to do better. It's okay for you to have that thought of doubt or what if, but you have to recognize it. And then you have to say, okay, that's not the right mind. That's not me thinking. That's somebody else thinking. That ain't me. Because I'm the person that said, I can do whatever I said I'm going to set out to do. And I got a group of sisters that's around me that I can bend on. Hey, let me just take these 2 minutes to let you know what happened. And then I know I'm just picking name. Jasmine gonna say, oh, well, girl, get it. All right, enough of that. All right, Tanisha, I just got to tell you what happened today. Tell you what they said. They stupid. All right, well, hey, Joy, let's get it. Let's go. But, yeah.
Awesome. Anybody have any questions, any feedback, anything? I think this was awesome because I think we can apply it to like all different areas of our lives. And one thing that like I know we talk about a lot is like, you know, we go to work every day. We go to work every day, no matter how we feel. But we'll have our business right there in front of us. And if we don't feel like working our business for a whole week, then we don't work it for a whole week. But we go to work every day, even though we don't want to be there. So sometimes we are very committed to our 9 to 5, which is good. I mean, we should be, but we don't want to take time to pour into our own businesses and into what's going to build us up. It's just like we are so programmed to just be content with being in that space and not really pushing ourselves. So, you know, just keep pushing, you guys. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Anybody have anything?
Well, I want to say thank you for allowing me to speak to you all, Jazz. Thank you for giving me the platform. And one last point before I leave, I don't think I stressed this enough, but the whole idea of delayed gratification is you're making a sacrifice because you know in the future you're going to gain much more. If I sit this marshmallow in front of you, if you eat it right now, you don't get no more marshmallow. But if you can wait and be patient, you get 2 marshmallows. So always think about that in your work because, and we can go biblical, faith without works is dead. So you can't just believe it and then expect it to happen. You got to bust your butt. And you can't wait for Jasmine to get on a call to inspire you. You got to inspire yourself because you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your family. You're doing it for your immediate circumstance because you want to make a better a life for yourself. And don't get caught up in the titles, the rubies, the diamonds, the remember why you're doing this. You believe in it works. You see old girl and you think that she can use that rap, girl, come get this rap. No, for real. Or whatever it is, these products that you believe, have that energy because you are projecting it at all times. Even before you open your mouth, sometimes you can see somebody, you can feel their intent. And we're all doing that thing. We're all doing that at the same time. We're always, working off each other's energy. So, yeah, again, hey, thank you for you all listening. And I would love to come on in the future.
Make it happen. Thank you so much.
Good luck to all of y'all. It works. I'm a believer. My mama getting stuff every month.
And grandma.
And grandma, loyal customer.
No. And Fallon. No. Y'all get stuff
and my lady.
They get stuff too.
Yeah, man. So y'all have a good night.
You gotta go pick up Fallon.
Yeah. Right. I keep waiting for people to say that. Talk that.
I know. Y'all want to say bye. Y'all
next time we're gonna have all the mics open.
Bye, KG.
Bye, KG. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Thanks.
Again. What you doing? What are you doing?
My pants. I got skinnies on. They won't go.
Oh my God.
Did you show the comments?
I know I was serious, but I'm really silly, y'all. So next time I'm gonna be so less formal. And I even put on a collar shirt. I was like, do I need to dress up? She was like, no, just come. But y'all seem real cool, so I felt real comfortable with being myself. But next time I'm gonna let loose. I'm gonna pick y'all too.
KG,
yo, what up?
you gotta juggle for us next time.
Whoa, come on, who said that? Hey, you gotta chill. Hey, so real quick, I taught myself how to juggle in college, right? And so I don't do it because I think it's real nerdy and I think it's a little weird. So, but it's something that I did because the discipline, right? I always, when I was